Hello, today I'm unboxing the GoPro HD Hero 2. Along with that, I'm going to be unboxing the LCD BacPac, which is just a small LCD screen that fits on the back of the GoPro. Also, a Lexar Professional 133x SDHC memory card that has a 20 megabit per second read and write. And the last thing is the GoPro tripod adapter, which allows you to mount the GoPro with the case on onto a 3 3/4 inch standard tripod screw. Just standard stuff. This is like $8, I believe. We'll get into that later. So the first thing I'm going to unbox is the GoPro itself, and so it's in this nice plastic casing. I believe we open it from the bottom, so we'll just get a knife and cut this like so. Okay. And there's probably slides. I'm having a little bit of trouble with this. Come on. Oh, I guess there's more tape right here. Tape there. And more tape. They made that real pain. Last thing is some tape right here. Okay. And that just pulls out like that. And you actually have to unscrew this right here, or you could just take it off like, let's see here. You push these two little pins in, and your GoPro is now off. Set that down. In here should be things like your video cable, USB cable, stuff like that. Okay, we have the battery and the under 100 mile an hour windscreen. We have the USB cable. We have 3 GoPro Hero stickers. This just pulls out. That's it for the first tab. And then the last one should be the rest of our mounts. Whoops. Here's some mounts to mount onto a helmet. You see, it just has 3M sticky on the bottom. Here is a suction cup. Here is a, looks like a kind of just like a, this slides onto one of these plates, so you can just mount the GoPro right here. If you just need it, like if you're gonna put it on top of the helmet, just need it to face forward. I'm sure you could use this mount, or you could use this very handy little tiny guy that moves. Let me turn this back on. That moves both this way and like this way. It's a really handy little thing. Now I always forget what this little thing is for. I'll have to look up on it later, but I know I've never used it before, and I probably never will. Next up, I want to unbox the LCD BacPac, which just got announced not too long ago, I think a couple months maybe, and it really is useful because before, and this does work on the original GoPro Hero HD and the Hero 2, of course, and what this allows you to do is to check your your composition, see how your lighting is, if you need to change the metering type, check your, you can go through the menus easier with this. It's just a really nice thing to have. And before this thing, you had to kind of guess where you're shooting, and it worked out easy. I mean, it wasn't really hard to do at all, and you could guess where it was going to shoot, but it was just something you had to do. And now you can definitely get exactly what you want and not have to guess anymore. So it's like $70, and I think it's $70 well spent because you use this pretty much every time you turn the GoPro on, and especially for using it, handheld, it really helps. I would suggest buying it if you're going to pick up a GoPro. And you can set it to have the display turn off after a couple seconds of once you've started recording. So that way you don't waste battery. It's not like it's always going to stay on when you're riding and you're not even looking at the camera anymore. So this is kind of a pain to get open. Alright. There we go. And we're just going to almost fall out. And as you see, it's real small, barely takes up any space. And it does come with a new back panel for the case so that it can accommodate the extra thickness. We have got a bunch of replacement doors in there, a total of 4 to be exact. So the first one is the non-waterproof door. Set that back in there. The second one is the non-waterproof door standard. The first one was for the HD wrist housing. The third is the waterproof door for the HD wrist housing. And we'll set this back in here. And the fourth, or I might have said fourth two times, I'm not sure. Anyways, this is the waterproof door standard. And this comes with this little, you're really going to find out you need this because it raises up a little bit. And if you don't have this, it's pretty much impossible to screw the screw in because it's just going to be in the way. And one time I couldn't find this, and it was impossible to even mount it. So to make sure you keep this. Okay, the last thing I don't really even need to unbox, but I'm just going to show you guys. It's a Lexar Professional 133 times 32 gig card, as I said before. And the reason I went for 32 gig is because if you're going to be recording and you're going to go on a long ride, you just don't want to have to worry about space, especially if you're going to be riding all day long and you don't have a computer. The last thing I want to do is worry about having to delete files. So 32 gig it's just nice to have. And one thing you really want to be careful about is that you buy a fast enough card, because I've used I think it was a class 4 card, and the GoPro will warn you. It won't even actually let you go into the mode, but it will tell you that your card is too slow to do something like 720p 60 or 1080p 30. And so you need a card such as this, and I believe this is fast enough to do 1080p 30. I guess I'll find out. This should be fast enough though, but just make sure you buy a fast card. Don't go and buy the cheapest one you can find, because you'll end up paying for it in the end result. Some of the things that you'll find is on slower cards there'll be video artifacts such as skipping. You may lose data because the card this Lexar and SanDisk are some of the best in the brand, I guess. They're nice cards. I haven't had any problems with these Lexars. I have this exact card in a 16 gigabyte that I'm currently using to record this video on a D5100, and right now you're watching a 1080p 30 frames a second file that even has a higher bit rate than this GoPro does, so obviously they're fast enough cards. Thank you for watching my unboxing of the GoPro Hero 2 HD. Look for a review coming soon, as well as a comparison video between this, the GoPro Hero 2, and the Nikon D5100. Also between the GoPro Hero 2 and the Nikon D800 when I receive that camera in 3 weeks or so. As always, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment. Again, thanks for watching. Goodbye.